Well, look who it is again. After 2 months, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me, but no, I am still here. I am still on this earth. I don't know how I am. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how the customs office haven't found me yet and haven't deported me out of the country, but by somewhere or another, I'm still here, and I decided to make a video. It's the last day of 2020, hurrah! And I thought I'd go over some of the good moments of 2020, and I thought that's something you don't hear often this year. Believe it or not, there actually have been some good moments this year, and some really memorable moments from when I visited theme parks this year. And I wanted to go over some of them in this video. We go all the way back to June. Yes, there was a time when summer actually existed this year, and theme parks started to reopen in a way. I managed to visit Alton Towers in June, and it was a really nice way of getting out of the house, because I was slowly going insane, being driven insane by my brother and sister, because they're absolute wrong-uns. So it was a really nice way to just clear the air and just stop myself from going insane. All jokes aside, it was actually a really nice experience, and I'd never been to the Alton Towers Gardens before, and it's a thing of beauty. It's definitely better than my back garden, that's for sure. I don't have £1 million to spend on my back garden, unfortunately. So this at the moment, this is the best I can do. Just snow everywhere. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have £1 million. Wish I did though. Don't know how I would get it. I'd probably steal the crown jewels or something. I don't know. And it wasn't long before I actually managed to get back on some rides again, and that was just a month or so down the line on July the 5th, the second day, because of course I couldn't go on the opening day because my sister had a dancing lesson. Unfortunately, I couldn't get on the Smiler. I was devastated at the end. It was right at the end of the day. I couldn't get on the Smiler because of some wind trouble. But I did manage to get back on it on my second visit, which was great. And I do remember getting back on Nemesis, and I can't remember which visit, because we've been, despite the circumstances this year, we went to Alton Towers, many times, and that probably should have been an excuse for me to upload in between the 2 months of my last video and this video. But oh well. And yeah, one of the times when we went to Alton Towers, I should have filmed it really, because I was just high on adrenaline, and someone probably needed to calm me down. But I did manage to go on Nemesis 3 times in a row, and I felt like I was on top of the world, and I was the biggest adrenaline junkie in the world. But that was an amazing experience, just right at the end of the day. As I say, I can't remember what Alton Towers trip it was, because we've been countless times this year since it opened back in July, and it was just absolutely manic. Absolutely manic. And I went on Nemesis 3 times. I went on Galactica in that space of 15 to 20 minutes. I went on Nemesis 3 times. I went on Galactica, and then I went off. And then I went off to ride the Smiler for my final ride of the day. So that was absolutely manic, and I definitely lost my head there. But that's part and parcel of being an absolute crazy fool and being a theme park lover. That's probably one of my favourite moments of this year, to be honest. And also going to Thorpe Park as well in the summer. That was just incredible and going on stealth for the first time. I mean, this it's not in my it's definitely in my top 10, but not in my top 3, because my top 3 I'm a biased little bugger, and I always, side towards my local park, Alton Towers, which I may reevaluate in the new year if I do get to go to Chessington maybe and ride Vampire in the new year. You never know. My number one ride, which I will get onto in a moment. My number one ride may change next year, and it may it may turn out to be the new coaster at Legoland Windsor, which is the Jupo Dino coaster, I do believe. So, I may have a lot of fun on that, because I did have a lot of fun on the I think it was the dinosaur ride, the Rhino coaster, whatever it's called, at Westmoreland Safari Park. That's definitely, in my top 5. It's, if you ever get to go on the Rhino coaster at Westmoreland Safari Park, it's definitely one of the most underrated coasters in the country. It's absolutely immense. I'm just off my head just talking about it. You can get a picture for how off my head I was when I went on Nemesis 3 times in a row. I'm just going on a tangent now. But yeah, it's really hard to call, because I still can't decide. I keep changing my mind on what's my number one coaster. But my number one coaster for this year, it's really hard to decide between a Smiler and Nemesis, because Nemesis, when I rode Nemesis 3 times in a row, I just thought it can't get any better than this. Especially, I think that was just after, that trip was just after I went to Thorpe Park and rode Nemesis Inferno for the first time, and that was great as well. And at one point this year, the Smiler was my number one coaster, but I didn't have the greatest of ride. I did have a back row, which I thought, oh, great, back row on the Smiler, this is going to be great. And it was good, but at some points it was rough. But it's still a great coaster, and there is one coaster at Thorpe Park, which I think, if I mention rough and Thorpe Park, and you probably know your coasters, I think you know what's coming. Saw the Ride. Oh my god. I think that ride, I don't know why I'm weeping now. It's just, I'm recalling it now, and it's just such trauma. But oh my god, Saw the Ride. I hope I never ever, my mind never ever wants to go on that coaster again, because I may be being a bit melodramatic here, and you may like Saw the Ride, which, I mean, fair play to you. I don't blame you, to be honest, but I mean, my experience, my ankles here, I mean, I swear, they must have had bruises. I didn't really check properly, but my sides here, my hip here, both the sides of my hip must have had bruises on them, because that is one ankle basher of a ride there. Oh, I've never experienced anything like that in my life, and that's not in a good way. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting experience, and I waited about 70 minutes for the ride. The theming was good. I like the theming. It was it was decent theming, and inside it definitely looked like a tumble down barn at some points, with like a massive shed with with light just creeping through. I mean, I might just go, if I do get to go to Thorpe Park again, which I hope I do. I might go on that ride just to confirm it, whether it was just a one-time ankle basher experience, and whether it is actually an okay ride or not. But I'm not sure. You can feel free to leave your opinions on that in the comment section down below, but I'm not the biggest fan. Let's just leave it there. I've had a pretty good year. I've had a pretty good year for, like, back in April and May, I didn't think I was going to get on any coasters at all. But I've had loads of new credits now, which, luck has come my way, and I've managed to get on so many rides this year despite the circumstances. Hopefully next year is even better, and I get to go to more parks. I cannot wait to for the day where I can go to Chessington and Legoland, because I've pretty much been to all the major bird parks now in the UK. I've been to Thorpe Park, I've been to Alton Towers. So those are I've been to the main two thrill parks in the UK. Really, I still want to go to Lightwater Valley and Flamingo Land as well. So there's still many other places to explore, and I cannot wait to bring that to you on the channel. And further apologies that there haven't been any uploads. It's been kind of difficult, and also I've been forgetting to bring my GoPro with me when I've been to Alton Towers all those countless times. So yeah, I need to be more. I need to remember my equipment next year. That's one thing I need to remember. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed, and feel free to leave your experiences down in the comment section down below. I'd love to know what you've thought of this year, and you know, if you've managed to get to any theme parks this year, you know, what's been your favourite ride this year? I'd love to know down in the comment section below. But I hope you all have a great New Year. I hope you've had a great Christmas as well. And I guess that's it from me now. I'll see you next year. Goodbye. That's really awkward, isn't it? Oh, I haven't done this in so long. I need to do it more regularly.